Hello, everybody. So, got a couple reviews today that are going to come out today for sure. But this is the one I wanted to do first. This is one I've been waiting on for a long time. This is Anime Mythos Six-Eared Macaque, which I think is how you pronounce that. I'm not sure. What this is actually a Super Saiyan 4 Vegito from the promotional anime Dragon Ball Legends. So let's pop him out of the box, take a look here. As you can see off the bat, he kind of looks like a monkey. And that is intentional so that Anime Mythos can continue to avoid the ban hammer from good old Bandai. So, out of the box, he looks like this. Just how he looks. The feet come in a different bag, as do all the hands. This little sword, mine got a bit warped in packaging. That's okay. And he comes with this nice wired, I believe. Nope, not wired. Excuse me. Red robe. Oh, that's nice. That's actually in there. So it's just a red robe. Knocking him over. So as we see, pop the head off. And then we put his arms through the armholes, neck through the neck hole. Might be a bit of a... So there we go. So he wears his robe like so. Like this. It's nice. It's okay. It's whatever. Not while we're here. Now, out of the box we have some extra things, which we will talk about very shortly. So putting him aside for a moment, we will get these out. These are the little hand trees. So little trees, because there are two different things. We got these hands. We got your open hands, your grabby hands, key ball hands, thumbs up hands, fist hands, martial arts hands, and then the little key blast fingertip thing that he does. That's that. But we also get these very special parts, which are an interesting choice. So, instead of getting the actual sword hands for the key swords, we get these whole hinged hands to look better for, or more aesthetic at least, for our photos. Cool idea. Works okay in practice, but we have a problem we will talk about in a moment. We also have these hands, which are the, come on, do something. And then we got these fist hands, which, again, look great if you're trying to do just aesthetic shots and not have the hinge of the hands in the way. So we'll get into that. Coming out of this box, we have more accessories. And I mean, there are a lot of accessories that come with this thing. So out of this box, we get a key sword. It's kind of meh, especially in comparison to the OC Toys key sword. We got a key ball with the little beam pieces to pop on there. So we'll take a look at that later. We get a pencil, because after all, this is not a head sculpt. This is a pen holder. Ooh, pen holder. Popping this box open, we have kind of a pearlized, battle-damaged waist robe, which actually has a very nice, almost leather-like feel to it. Very fun. Enjoy that a lot. And of course, we get our pen holder, which is totally not a hair sculpt. And then, finally, there's a lot of boxes. Out of our last box, our emotion memory bookmarks, which are, in fact, faces. Out of the box, we got a few. So let's take a look at them. Pop that open. We got a smirking face. We got a frowning, looking down face. We got a serious face. We got a gritting teeth face. Now, I am on board with these people who are complaining about this. There's a screaming face. These are, they're a choice. I've seen people do some eye decals, which look phenomenally better. So, let's get into turning this into Vegito. Pop off the head, pop off his hands. Ooh. Pop off the other hand. They pop off his feet at the ankle. They come out. The pegs themselves come out. And then, of course, we take his robe off. Now, if you want to get fully into it, you will have to take him in half, pop him in half here. Oh, gosh. Take that off, and then we get our really cool one, our battle damaged one. And then we take torso, pop it. Oh, back on. Good Lord. Oh, this is a thing. Oh, there we go. Good Lord. Very tight fitting joint. And then we'll just grab some fists. Oh, okay. Not that one. Get back on there. We'll just grab some fists off the little tree. Maybe. Pop that off there. Okay. We'll do some fists. We don't need to do anything fancy. We'll just do some fists. A good thing to note is that this is the Limit Breaker version. Limit Breaker is my favorite version of Super Saiyan 4 from Dragon Ball Heroes. And to match that, pretty much everything on this figure that is white, I don't know why I say it like that, white, has been pearlized with this nice kind of reddish hue here. You see it much better on the hands. They have a nice little pearlescent to them. And there's that. And then for his boots, you gotta put his boots on there. The boots are an interesting bit. For the way they're designed, they have incredible articulation, despite how they are designed. So they are designed like this, with this very high boot cuff here. But the way they fit into the ankles, which you see there, gives them really good range of motion. I mean, fantastic range of motion. Amazing. Very good. So we'll get him stood up here. Get his fists as they are. See, pull his tail out there, pop his tail. And now let's do the smirking face. Always a good one. There it is. So we'll take his head. Now this head does pop on. Takes a little finagle. Oh gosh, very, very tight fit. So, whoops. Not a lot of ab crunch. We'll talk about that shortly. Pop the face on, pop the hair on, and we are done. There is our Super Saiyan 4 Vegito in all of his Super Saiyan 4 glory. So there he is. So, let's talk about articulation with this figure. So, now that he is fully done, pretty high kick. He is a 3.0, so he does have the diaper butt in the back. The leg can only go about that far. High plastic here on this thigh swivel, but does not get in the way, really, of bending and articulation. Counting the rubber robe, he only gets about that much articulation. If you have a different belt, he will get much more. 3.0 knee, 2-point knee, which they sculpted everything on that knee, you know. Like I said, we already talked about the really, really good ankle articulation, standard toe joint. Here's where we get into some issues. So, the head can look all the way down. You can only look about that far up. Hair gets in the way, neck gets in the way, as far as you can look up. Shoulders, pretty good. Not enough to cross over in the front. Unless maybe like you really pull that butterfly. No, that's as far as he goes. Mostly from this soft rubber chest here, which isn't very soft at all. It's hard. It's soft, but it's not soft. He has okay ab crunch, not amazing. Not any back arch like at all. So there's that. You know, standard articulation for the things. And then he's got double jointed elbows, except they only go that far. Not super great elbow articulation. Other than that, I mean, he looks great. I know a lot of people are complaining about the very wide chest. I know that's a complaint a lot of people have. I'm okay with it, I think. I think it sucks that it limits. There's no cutout here for the sake of aesthetics. So he just can't scrunch in, you know? I think that's kind of an issue. We talked about, I said I was going to talk about this. These fists that don't have the seam, so they're more aesthetically pleasing to look at. Great idea. Kinda on execution. What do I mean by that? I mean, they're on a little ball peg right there. So for you to do it, it kind of... We'll try that again without, you know, sending the phone flying. Like you say, it's a good idea. It's just bad in practice. IMO. There. Like it's on there. And it doesn't move much. So, I mean, now it's there. And you can see, I mean, it's a noticeable difference, you know. But again, the way to get it on and off is just such a hassle. Like so much more of one than it should be, in my opinion. Like, look at that. It struggles to go on. There it goes. So no, like I said, cool idea. Execution could be worked on. IMO. But yeah, so this is Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I think he looks great. I think aesthetically he looks really nice. You know? I think the feet are a little, like, weirdly small. I think they could have been a bit bigger. But a lot of people have this other complaint. And, you know, we're here. So let's talk about it. And that is the absolute enormous size of this figure. I have with me OC Toys Blue Vegito. He is dwarfed. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is huge by comparison. You know, part of me, I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm okay with that because Super Saiyan 4 makes you huge, you know, makes you massive. But my only problem is, looking at this, I've seen pictures of the new Goku that's coming from Anime Mythos, and he's the same scale. I don't like that, because that means instead now all of these guys are out of scale, when before it would have been kind of in scale. If I see anything further about those Gokus being that size, it might mean I cancel my pre-order, you know, because I'm okay with these guys being huge. I don't want them all to be this scale, okay? Because, I mean, look at that. That's jokingly big, laughably large, you know? But yeah, so we'll see what happens. So, as I said, this is Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegito. If you guys liked this, great. Basically no QC out of the box. Okay? I mean that, like no QC. We'll see how there you go. That's how the sword fits on his hand. But it makes me wonder, does this sword fit on the hand? It makes me wonder. Ooh. Oh, that's fantastic. That's awesome. Confirming it, boys. The OC Toys Errant Key Swords, the better key sword. Toss that shit out. OC Toys Key Swords fit on these hands. That is really important. Keep that in mind, everybody. If you want to display them with a good key sword, OC Toys Key Sword fits. Woohoo. Very nice. Very good. Much happier. So yeah, I mean, if you guys like this figure, get it, you know. I think he looks great. And like I said, no QC out of the box. None. Okay. As for these things, looks like you have to pop them off. The thing, don't know how I feel about that. Oh, that plugs in. Guess it's a good thing they're all the same size then. You know, make it easy. Just don't know how I feel about that. I mean, they're on a tree here. I don't know. So yeah, if you guys like this figure, you know, good on you. Happy for you. I got the Limit Breaker. They had a base form and they had a GT version. All of them were cool. I think he looks great. No QC. No QC problems out of the box, which is huge. It's huge. It's huge. No, it's really important. Especially with how long these guys were in production. My only complaint, design-wise, again, there's no cutout here, so you can't close his chest. I've seen the new BD Fenrir and Skull and all those. Broly. The Limit Breaker on him, the hair looks fucking fantastic. I mean, those whole figures look amazing. I see where all the real budget went this year. I wish his hair had been like that. I don't know. You know? So yeah. That'll be this review for today. If you guys like this one, you know, hit me up in the comments. Tell me if you got this figure, if you had any QC. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. I do have another review scheduled for today. So keep your eyes out, everybody. Thanks for watching.